Hey everybody, it's Random, and today I have for you guys some more Call of Duty Ghosts. So this is my favourite class setup that I have in this game so far, with my favourite weapon as well. And I haven't used all the guns in this game. I think I've used half of them. But out of the ones I have used, this is definitely my favourite. And this is the MSBS assault rifle. So this is a free burst gun, and generally I don't like burst guns in Call of Duty, but because the maps are so big, and once you learn how to use this gun, it can be really useful. So definitely recommend you try this out because it works for me in every lobby against any kind of player. So the two attachments I'm using are red dot and extended mags. And I'm using red dot because it just gives you more accuracy, and because the maps are big, you need more accuracy. And the iron sight is okay, but the red dot is obviously better for this kind of weapon. And extended mags is on for the fact that I'm not using sleight of hand and I don't want to reload that often. And also you get 2 free attachments, and there's no other useful attachments for this gun. The only other one you could use is the silencer, but it makes this gun a lot weaker than without it, so I definitely recommend not putting the silencer on this weapon. Now, I'm not using any secondary at all, no lethal, no tactical, as per usual, because they're not that useful. And my perks that I'm using are, one is ready up, which is aim fast after sprinting. I'm using scavenger, which is pretty standard. Gambler, which is really useful, especially if you want to try out perks you haven't unlocked, because it just gives you a random perk, and if you haven't unlocked Deadeye, it can be really useful as well. And I'm using Focus because it's the best perk ever, and if you want to go on long streaks, definitely put Amplify on, because the spawns in this game are very random, and if you have Amplify on, you will know where the enemy team are if they're in your vicinity, so I definitely recommend you put that on. Now we have Stalker, so this is the main perk for this class, because if you think of a negative point towards burst guns, it tends to be at close quarters where they lack. So if you put Stalker on and aim around every corner, you're going to do some serious damage, because this gun kills, I'd say, 80% of the time in one burst. So if you aim around every corner and just get your bullet on the person you're shooting at, you're going to kill them pretty much instantly, 90% of the time, and then occasionally it might be a 2 burst. But you're going to win a lot of gunfights, and I don't think I've lost many gunfights at close quarters with this gun, so Stalker is essential if you want to do well with this weapon. Now, I'm using Specialist as my strike package because it's my favourite. I don't really like Assault because it doesn't do much on this game, and Support is okay, but I don't really like to use it that much because it throws me off on what kind of gun streak I'm on, because the streaks obviously continue after you die. So the 3 perks that I earn, the first one is off the grid. So if you want to go on a long streak, you don't want to be showing up on the radar, so that's why I have off the grid on. And the second one I earn is wiretap. So you can use enemy and friendly satcoms together. So if the enemy team has one and you have one, you get a UAV, which you wouldn't have without having the perk. So that's a really useful perk, especially if you're on a long streak, and you get to see where the enemy team are more on the UAV the majority of the time. So the last perk we earn at 11 points is Ping, and this is really useful. It sends a pulse like the portable radar in Modern Warfare 3, showing any enemies nearby to the guy you just killed, and it really is useful. It saved my life a couple of times already, and I've only used it for like 2 or 3 games. And the 3 perks that I earn after getting my specialist bonus at 13 kills are Takedown. So this doesn't show the skull above the enemy head. I'm using Hardline, which require 1 less kill for a streak. So if you're going for a KEM strike, it is really useful because I tend to die 1 off. So majority of the time I'm going to get the KEM strike. And the assist counts as kill does help as well. And then Deadeye is the last one we earn. So when you're on a long streak, you deal more damage with your gun, and I would only use this as your specialist bonus reward, because there's no point using it as a starting perk because you have less chance of dealing more damage. So only unlock it as specialist bonus, but once you get on like a 20 gun streak, it happens like 90% of the time, pretty much on every kill, so you can do some serious damage and drop people quicker than you can generally in this game, which just seems absolutely ridiculous. But anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if this setup works for you and what your favourite setup is in this game. But anyway guys, please leave a like rating. I'm going to leave it here, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.